What's going on, everybody? It's Stuart again. This is my 15K super mega giveaway video for Northfin, USA. Let's start off with the question Jay poised for us, and that's what's the hobby done for me, and what have I been able to do for the hobby? And we'll start by answering the easier part of that question, which is what's the hobby been able to do for me? And to answer that question, we got to take a quick trip as to what got me started in the hobby, and that was a 30-gallon community tank that I set up in my son's nursery just under 3 years ago. And I just after having it up for a few months, I quickly realized that I have a strong interest in keeping aquatic life, and decided it was time to go get a dad-sized tank. So I went and got a huge 55-gallon aquarium, and I slapped it full of African cichlids, every one I could find at the LFS, all colors, shapes, and sizes, and they were all so cool. And I joined a bunch of Facebook groups and took some pictures and videos, shared my tank, and received a huge response on those videos about how I shouldn't keep these fish together, and those fish too will outgrow that tank. And instead of letting all that criticism and advice turn me off to the hobby, I took that advice and criticism, did a little more research, and decided the path that I wanted to take with the hobby, and was fortunate enough to be able to get a good deal on this 150-gallon setup in front of us, and move some of my bigger fish over here. And then that's developed into 300+ gallon aquariums, and I still keep the 30-gallon aquarium in my son's nursery. And I've been able to do all that while staying at home with my family, and that takes me to the point of what the hobby has done for me, and that's what it's been able to give me, something that I am extremely passionate about without taking me away from my family, or taking that time away from my family. And there's not many hobbies out there that you can experience and enjoy and participate in with your family, especially with young children, like fish keeping does. And there's not many that are as rewarding, not just for you, but for anybody who gets to experience it when they come to visit or anything of that nature. So what the hobby has done for me is give me something that I'm really passionate about, while being able to spend quality time with my family, or not take the time away from my family like a different hobby would. As far as what I've been able to do for the hobby, well, that's a much tougher question to answer, because I haven't been a part of the community for a long period of time, and there's not obviously there's not a staple out there that the community is going to look back on and go, we couldn't have done this without Stuart. But that's okay, as long as, my answer for that question is that because of social media and the groups and the community that we have, I've been able to share my journey and development as an aquarist with a lot of people, including people who are just as new as I am, or even newer at keeping aquatic life. And hopefully, by showing that if you're humble enough to admit your mistakes and listen, ask questions and listen to the answers you get, and take the criticism when you're not expecting it, and the advice when you're not expecting it, and use that to make better choices in the future, and to the best of your means and your ability, to provide a better habitat for the aquatic life you choose to keep, that you can in a short period of time gain a lot of knowledge, and use that knowledge to become a much better aquarist or fish keeper, and in return from that you will receive a much more rewarding experience. That's what it's done for me, and I hope that because I've been able to share that, that's what I've been able to give back to the community, is that if you're willing to take the time and make the right choices, and listen to the advice that's given, and not just be stubborn and think that you're always making the best choice, no matter how long you've been in the hobby, that you can be a much better fish keeper. But more to the more point, to the recap to the video, the question is that the hobby itself has been able to give me something that I'm extremely passionate about doing, while allowing me to do that with my family, or at least with my family nearby. And it's such a rewarding hobby. I hope you've enjoyed my video and my responses, and get a chance to sit here and enjoy my aquarium with me, and wish me luck on the giveaway. Thanks, guys.